This is our Oxford Landing Sauvignon Blanc. It is a refreshing, crisp, light-bodied style of wine. Has lovely aromas of passion fruit, citrus, freshly cut grass with a gentle hint of herbaceousness. The palate is lively and fresh, light-bodied with lovely flavours of passion fruit and citrus and a very clean, crisp finish. So the next wine we're going to taste today is the Oxford Landing Pinot Grigio. This is a refreshing, medium-bodied style of wine. Has lovely lifted aromas of nushy pear and honeydew melon. On the palate, it's a medium-bodied style of wine with lovely fine acidity. What this wine really has in spades is this lovely texture and layers of flavour that we get in this wine by fermenting it with the natural yeasts which come in from the vineyard. And that's a feature of this wine which make it really, really unique. So this is our Oxford Landing Chardonnay. It's a full-bodied style of wine, pale golden in colour, as you can see. There's lovely complex aromas, I would describe as white peach, citrus and grapefruit. On the palate, this wine has layers of complexity, things like nougat, cinnamon and spice. We get these by aging some wine in barrel and maturing this wine on its lees. And those are the sort of things that give us that intense flavour and lovely complexity. So this is our Oxford Landing Viognier. It's a full-bodied style of wine, pale straw in colour, as you can tell. On the nose it shows classic Viognier aromas, white flowers, musk, and stone fruit. It's a full-bodied style of wine. It has lovely layers, textures and flavours that we love this variety for. The style of Viognier that we make at Oxford Landing is a really great introduction for people that perhaps haven't had a chance to try this variety before. So here's our Oxford Landing Rosé. It's a light-bodied style of rosé, pale pink in colour, as you can see in the glass. Has really fresh aromas, fresh cherry, pomegranate and Satsuma plum. In the palate, it's light-bodied, refreshing, lovely crisp acidity, but has that lovely, really dry finish to it. This is not lolly water, this is a serious rosé. So moving into the reds, this is our Oxford Landing Merlot. Medium to full-bodied style of wine. Lovely crimson purple in colour. It's really beautiful aromas of red currant, fruit cake and spice. Bit of that cinnamon spice just from a hint of oak. The palate is soft and generous, lovely medium-bodied style of wine. All those flavours continue through to the palate. This is a really, really succulent and generous example of an Australian Merlot. Next up is our Oxford Landing Shiraz. This is a medium-bodied style of wine. You can see by the colour in the glass, it's that deep purple red in colour. The aromas are typical of Shiraz: plum, black cherry, violets and white pepper. On the palate, this wine's a medium-bodied style of wine with lovely flavours, things like ground spice, coffee, chocolate, with soft velvety tannins. All of these things are reasons why Shiraz is Australia's most loved variety. This is our flagship wine, the Oxford Landing Cabernet Sauvignon Shiraz. fruit that goes into this wine comes off some of the oldest vines on our vineyard. And some of those Cabernet Sauvignon vines date back all the way to the original plantings of the vineyard in 1958. This is a full-bodied style of wine. Aromas are really driven by Cabernet Sauvignon, so I see things like blackcurrant, cedar and tobacco. It's a full-bodied style of wine with really, really fine-grained tannins and really generous, long, savoury finish. The Shiraz is there to complement the Cabernet Sauvignon, and it plays its role by filling out that middle palate with all that generous fruit that Shiraz is so well known for. It's a perfect combination. Thank you for joining me today and tasting through our Oxford Landing Estates wines. I hope you gained an insight into what makes them unique, and I trust that you'll get a chance to enjoy them again soon. Cheers.